Have you ever been so busy and so overwhelmed with your goals that you couldn't even create a to-do list because it was another thing to add to your to-do list? Welcome to the club. That was me a year ago. I have always been looking for simple ways to achieve my goals. I consider myself a high achiever and I can do a lot of work and a lot of things, but sometimes it feels like I get overwhelmed and tired and I do not come closer to any of my goals. I don't see any specific results. And sometimes it feels like I don't do anything specific and it just happens on its own. And I decided to attempt to figure out why this is happening. I went back to my previous goals and tried to microanalyze what exactly I did back then so that the result came easy. Definitely one of the things that really stuck with me is that it doesn't matter how much we are focusing on fixing, aka achieving the goals outside. If we are neglecting what is happening on the inside, it will be twice as hard to achieve any goal. If we are criticizing ourselves, if we are too demanding of ourselves, if we ignore our needs, desires, and dreams, if we don't respect ourselves, if we discredit our effort and achievements, then we pretty much experience the same on the outside. We will not be able to achieve our goals as fast and as efficient as we want to. The world and other people will discredit us. We will simply face outcome our own perfectionism on a daily basis, and for me it is frustration. We will keep comparing ourselves to other people and look for approval from the outside. We will be disrespected because we don't respect ourselves, and most importantly, our energy will deplete real fast. If I have a big goal I'm trying to achieve that seems almost impossible for me to achieve, apart from breaking it down into small practical steps, I would make sure that I follow specific steps that are directed towards how I feel. Some of the steps that I want to talk about may seem like absolute common sense, but whether we are depreciating their importance or forgetting about them altogether, you can use this video as a reminder. I go into each and every one of them in the detail later. First things first, when I set a goal, I will always talk to myself in a kind way. I would let myself know that failure is okay and that I love myself regardless of the outcome. Here you can pretty much say anything that makes you feel better. Whatever it is that lifts you up, everything will work. I would always keep my attention on my best qualities, results, and achievements. If I don't keep positives in my mind, it slides right back into the uncertainty and fear and all the negative things that will deplete my energy. I will always stay attentive to my needs. And as a human, we have 5 different types of needs. It's physiological needs, safety needs, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization needs. I would restore my personal boundaries and put myself first. I would support my dreams and support my goals. You don't have to wait and you can't expect others to support your goals and dreams as much as you can support them. I would accept gifts of love from others and from the universe in general, from the world. No one will value or respect us until we start valuing and respecting ourselves. And what does valuing and respecting yourself have to do with achieving your goal, you may ask? It's super simple and super logical. The lack of self-respect and devaluation cause the loss of results because it is directly connected with the amount of energy that we put in. We put a lot of effort but receive tiny results because our energy is low and our attention is directed towards failure. Your results are directly related to the feeling of value and self-appreciation of what you are specifically doing. Same way as high vibration feelings attract high vibration people and results, self-appreciation and self-value attracts higher results as well. But depreciation and disrespect cause your goals to salute you from far ahead and find a person who has high vibration to make them real. Now, let's talk about some of those steps in more detail. The first 2 steps, talking to yourself in a kind way and keeping your attention on the positives, is quite self-explanatory. I wanted to address next steps in the process of achieving your goals and achieving your dreams, and one of them is supporting our needs. So as I mentioned, there are 5 different types of needs. Physiological needs that I tend to, that are specifically related to achieving my goals, are what my body needs in a given moment. As I give water to my body when I'm thirsty, the same way I give myself to rest when I need it. Trying to identify to see what your body loves is essential because without healthy body, we will not progress in the material world. Your body is a channel of energy for all of the positive emotions that can potentially attract more positive outcomes into your life. The next need is the need in safety, and here I really look at my surrounding, my environment. I like to keep everything clean and organized. I love to be able to relax in my space. I take good care of it. I want it to feel cozy easy. I wanted to fulfill my creative energy, and I always want to feel easy and balanced in my surrounding. And with love and belonging needs, I always check in how I feel in my relationship. For me, it's one of the main values, whether it's relationship with my boyfriend, with my family members, with friends, especially when I'm working on the relationship with my boyfriend. I always ask myself, what really works for me, what doesn't, what gives me energy and what depletes it. And when I know what it is, then I can change that. Esteem needs are confidence, strength, self-belief, personal acceptance, and self-respect. Asking yourself what is going on deep inside you whenever you are setting a goal and how you're feeling about it. Maybe I need a little extra work with my confidence this week, or I feel like I'm out of my comfort zone completely. Maybe I feel like I'm not as strong as I need to be. Then I would ask myself, what is possible to do to make myself feel more confident and stronger? Maybe there is something that my body needs. Maybe there is something that my mind needs. I often refer to the personal development books. Usually they are the source of inspiration for me. And the last type of need that we have is self-actualization need. And this is my potential, self-fulfillment, and personal growth. This is my identity. It's how I feel in this world. It's how I identify my place. I used to believe that I'm either one or the other, or that I have either this or that purpose. At the end of the day, life is very fluid and multifaceted, and it's important to allow yourself to be both and to have both. I express more of some qualities in the relationship and more of the others when I'm at work, and completely different ones when I'm with my friends, but it is still me. And the same way about the goals, I achieve some goals one way and some another way. Some require a level of persistence and routine work, and some require working on your inner self and developing certain qualities that were neglected. When I'm taking care of my needs, I always have the mindset that I am number one person who's responsible for taking care of my needs. Some of the needs that I used to often ignore and that definitely affected my ability to achieve my goals are rest, personal time, personal space, closeness, and also vivid experience and diversity. And if you ignore any of these needs or any other needs, the world and other people will ignore them too. Any change always starts with yourself and from the inside. Now, let's talk about boundaries. Most common signs for me having problem with my boundaries were always saying yes when I wanted to say no, treating other people's needs, dreams, and desires as more important than my own, trying to avoid conflicts at all costs, and often apologizing even though I didn't feel guilty. This one only refers to those who are not Canadian. We should always take responsibility for our personal boundaries. Other people cross the personal boundaries when we let them do so. Now, most importantly, let's talk about supporting your dreams. To have your dreams come true, there are several things that must happen before that. You need to develop specific traits of character and abilities. You need to learn certain lessons and understand how you personally create your life circumstances, and understand that if the dream didn't come true yesterday, doesn't mean it would never come true. And the most important thing that influenced my life the most is the ability to have the balance between my dreams and my present. You need to learn how to have fun, how to enjoy yourself and your life while you're working on your dream. And the same principle of energy applies here as well. If you are happy and fulfilled, you are highly likely to make your dreams come true sooner, versus if you feel depleted and frustrated. Ability to fully enjoy yourself and your life is being present, and to focus on the positives is attracting positive energy into your life, and thus helping your goals come true, because high vibration always attracts high vibration.